everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's quick artist tip, I wanted to share with you how you can restore the point of your brush and how you can keep and preserve the points of your brush as well. So the very first tip that I want to give you before we even get started is that prevention really is the best treatment when it comes to keeping your brushes like new. If you treat your watercolor brushes right, you'll have them a lifetime or almost a lifetime. Your acrylic paint brushes, not as much, but there are some things that you can do to preserve them. So the first tip is, especially if you're working very thickly in watercolor, like you're really digging in there, get a lot of pigment, a lot of rich saturated color, or if you're working in acrylic paint, make sure that you wash those brushes after every use. And my second tip is something that I will often do after I've washed my brushes and I use the Masters brush cleaner and preserver. I will take and get all the water out of the brush, and then I will use a small amount of this soap, a clean spot on the soap, very dry, not too wet, and I'll run that through the bristles while I'm reshaping it, and I'll use that as a soft sizing on my brush in between uses. So, and it'll also help to condition the brush and keep it in good shape. But today's video is more about how you can restore those points once they've already lost. So like we said, prevention's the best treatment and the best cure, but sometimes you do lose that point a little bit. So what do? Well, the first go-to I always do is I use gum arabic solution. So step one, wash your brush, especially if it's a watercolor brush, because sometimes that can be a big part of the problem. What will happen is that people think you don't have to wash watercolor brushes, and you do. That pigment can build up and dry in the ferrule of the brush and cause the bristles to splay out. So by washing it and getting all that pigment out of there, you can effectively help restore a point. And you'll be surprised how much pigment really will come out of there. I'll wash it 3 or 4 times gently in that Masters brush cleaner. Then what I do is I dry the bristles as well as I can. You don't want them totally dry, but you just want to get all the extra water that you can out of there while shaping the brush into a nice point. This one is a number 8 Princeton Elite Kolinsky, and I've had this brush for years. I love it. It's one of my favorites, but because I use the Arches cold press and sometimes the rough press paper, it can wear down that point a little bit. It may never be like new, but this is definitely going to help it quite a bit. So then open your gum arabic solution. And if you're using Winsor & Newton, this will be a struggle for that child-proof cap. And then just go ahead and dip that now clean brush right down into the gum arabic solution. Wipe off any excess. Close your bottle back up. And like I said, you want to make sure this is absolutely clean before you dip it in there and that you've thoroughly rinsed it. Okay, now gum arabic is a natural product and it is the binder in watercolor, so it's nothing new to you if you're a watercolorist. But what this is going to do is it's going to dry very hard, and often your brand new brushes come with gum arabic already in them to protect them during shipping. So here I have a brand new brush, and that's it's like hair gel for the hairs of the brush. It will just help to reshape that. And then, and make sure that you get, you know, all the extra out of there. You want to make sure that it's wet enough that you can shape it, but dry enough that you can get that nice point. Make sure you get that nice point on there. And then you want to set it to the side and allow it to dry. How long? Well, 1 week is better than 1 day. 1 month is better than 1 week. Leave it as long as you possibly can, and this is going to most likely restore the point of your brushes if you use this practice regularly. Last ditch effort, if the brush is in really bad shape, you can, if it's a synthetic brush, okay, like this one, okay, what you can do is you can get some boiling water, dip the bristles of the brush, clean bristles, into the boiling water for no more than 10 seconds and then pull it straight out. What that will do is it will melt the synthetic bristles, which are essentially plastic, and it will allow you, while it's still hot, to reshape them. But I warn you, it'll be hot because you put it in boiling water, so please don't burn yourself, and if you do, that's not my fault. Sorry. But be sure that if you're using that method of the boiling water, that it's synthetic bristles only. This does not work on natural hairbrushes and you will destroy them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick artist tip. If you got value from the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, support the channel, and leave me some comments. I'd love to have you here. And as always, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.